Check, 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 check. Sound? We'll see what happens. Come on. Quiet. Real quiet. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Man. Well, Reaper's picking me up just fine. See if I introduce a little game to this stream. Check, check, check. Boom. Maybe that'll help. Hopefully. Okay, yeah, that's a lot better. Alright, cool. Cool. I can finally start recording now. The quality's a little different today. I'm using just my MacBook's FaceTime camera. I really didn't feel like getting out, and plugging in a bunch of different shit just to have a decent quality, because this is mostly just for the actual, you know, audio. But figured I'd just throw this in here and see if anybody wanted to chat, hang out, comment. Uh, I'm mostly talking about Monster Hunter Rise tonight. This might be a short episode, but we'll see. Um, yeah, I'm talking about Monster Hunter Rise and little going ons in my life. I don't know. I don't know how deep I want to get into that. But I've had a rough month. See what happens. Go ahead and hit record now. If I talk around in circles, I'm so sorry. Actually, I might go ahead and share this around too. If you're watching, all probably one of you, go ahead and share this if you can. It'd be really appreciated. Wait for some people to start watching, maybe, hopefully. Let's see. Sorry if whoever's watching this is bored out of their fucking mind. I swear I'm gonna be talking soon. uh, shit. I'm gonna go grab a beer and see what. I don't know how old this Natter Day is, but we're gonna think it is. Yeah, it expired in November. Well, it's not bad enough that I'm not going to drink it, so I'm going to drink it. All right. Facebook, what's going on there? I wonder if I can use my FaceTime camera with this and have it open Chrome as well. Let's see what. StreamYards. I apologize again if you're still watching. I swear. I am going to get this started very soon. Very short. Oh no. And it looks like I still have everything. Cool. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Are we checking good? I think we are. Now let's go. Pro. Then check, check. Okay, that looks good. Boom. Enter broadcast studio. Where? I am. Oh, because I haven't. You're not part of the stream yet. Of course. Stream. Boom. I'm not used to this. I'm not used to this at all. And going live. We're going live on the Facebook. Figured it out. Boom. There we go. Now I can actually share it. Cool. Maybe. Fuck. Not even prone to it. There we go. All shared now. Okay. Again, for anybody watching, sorry about the video quality. What? I muted this. Okay, cool. Cool. If you're still watching, thank you very much. In here. Pops in here. Board over here. Check, check. Damn, that is loud. Okay. Check. Ah, I know why that's loud. It's not even using my Thunderbolt. There we go. That's a lot better. struggles of doing all of this just to get a good live stream going. It's been a long time since I've done this, like, officially, so bear with me, guys. I'm so sorry. Ah, shit. I only got one viewer on the Facebook. The cool thing about the StreamYard thing is I can actually highlight comments that I can be talking about, so that'll be cool. Yep. That's that. That's that. Record. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Dick here with episode 142 of Podcastrophe. It's just me today. I really felt like I needed to get this episode out this week, just to keep it going. If I do keep this going, I am gonna definitely keep trying to get guests, but I didn't really have the motivation to do this full on this week, so here I am, and I'm just hanging out at home. Been really bored, honestly. Been doing my best to keep busy. Uh, Not a whole lot going on here. I really enjoyed that last episode with the Podfather, Nate Phillips of Journey in the Comics podcast and Journey into Wrestling, and founder or co-founder of the Journey into Comics network. So, not a lot's been going on in my life. Well, I mean, a lot has been going on in my life, but I don't know how much of detail I'm going to go into that. It's been a really, really rough month and a half for me mentally. Um, got a lot going on at home. Lot going on between my wife and I. And I know if you're friends with me on Facebook via my personal account, you probably saw some like a very lengthy post that I posted about a month ago, maybe a little after. Um, I'm doing a lot better. I am doing a lot better. Things are starting to look up for me. I'm at least hoping. I can't really control the outcome of things, but I'm sure in the end everything will work out for the best. That's about all I'm going to go into detail with that. And then I am in the process of beginning to file bankruptcy, so that's a lot of fun. I met with an attorney on Tuesday, and it's looking like probably going to be filing around July. So in the meantime, I'm just going to be saving my money up and having all that kind of fun stuff going on. Yay! It's going to be a setback in terms of being able to buy a new house in the future, but it's going to be a hopeful hard reset for me, where pretty much just going to be cash only from now on, or, like money that I have and not credit or loan. And that's kind of exciting. It's kind of scary. Not that I've really had credit cards for like the last year, 2 years. So it shouldn't be too bad in terms of that. But it's definitely scary. It's gonna be nice having most of my money from my paychecks, staying with me. And so that's one thing I'm definitely excited for. But yeah, bankruptcy. Let me tell you about it, guys. I mean, at least from what I've been told, what I've been looking into, um, it's not as scary or bad as a lot of people or people in general have made it out to be. I mean, yeah, it's a mark on your credit, but if if it's something that's necessary, do it. It's, and they want what they want you to do. They want you to the powers that be. They want you to, because they know As soon as you start getting some better credit, you're gonna rack it up again. But let me tell you, and then you're gonna be back in the same situation. You just owe more people more money. But let me tell you, if you do this and you're serious about it, then you can like actually be successful. And, I mean, I'm in a good position for this. I make really good money at the job that I work, and if I mean, I could be in a much worse situation where I am filing bankruptcy and I have to start from square one with like a really low paying job. But fortunately for me, I have a really good paying job, and I'm not trying to toot my horn or anything. That's just the way it is. I am in a good position to do this. I'm pretty sure we talked about this last week on podcast feed, episode 141, entertaining the fuck people. Uh, yeah, that's been initiated, and hopefully it all goes according to plan, and I can have a fresh start. Um, there's still nobody watching. I guess it is Friday night. I can't really blame people for wanting to watch a live stream because it's on Friday night. I'm drinking like 6-month-old Natter Day. It is what it is. Yeah, I can't imagine people want to watch this on a Friday night. You guys are probably all out or getting ready to go out. It is what it is. But enough about that. I am here to talk about some Monster Hunter Rise. I got this game just a few days over a month ago. It took me a minute to actually start playing it. Like I played it decently, like first night or two. Or no, I actually had to get it day of. I couldn't get it the night before. But yeah, I got it. Immediately began a 1 week vacation, PTO vacation, which ended up being somebody or not somebody. It ended up my company just ended up saying, hey, nobody's working this week, so I get that vacation week back now, which is pretty great. So I started playing Monster Hunter Rise, and it's different. It's very different. I mean, a lot of the monsters they still act like the monsters that are returning from Monster Hunter World. They still act very similar. Very very little changes. The graphics are still great. I mean, given it is downgrade to like 720p, upscale to maybe 1080 on it if you're docked. It's very different playing on the Switch. On the Switch itself, definitely, and it's very different playing it even with Switch Pro controller. But it's definitely better playing it on the TV for sure. Yeah, this game is just different, and it's very stripped down in my opinion. A lot of the systems, I mean, there's a lot there, and it's a lot pretty complicated in my opinion. There's a lot going on, and you really got to pay attention to those tutorials that pop up, and so much. It's very Nintendo-y. It's very Nintendo-y. If that makes any sense, you know what I'm talking. It's coming to PC next year, I believe. Which, unless I can port over my save, I'm not going to do that. A lot of people have blasted through it and are already in the end game. We've already had a title update that came out on Tuesday or Wednesday, I think. Yeah. It's got a lot of stuff that I'm pretty excited for, but I am nowhere near it because I took like 2 or 3 weeks where I didn't touch it. Of all the shit that's been going on in my life, and like I just wasn't motivated to touch it at all. I mean, it would have been I probably would have been more motivated to play it and use it as an honest distraction had it been better. I'm not saying it's bad. It's not my favorite though. I would honestly rather go back to like Monster Hunter on 3DS, or yeah. I was tempted to go get Monster Hunter Generations, which I was not a fan of, or not Generations Ultimate, which I was not a fan of Generations on 3DS. It is what it is. I wasn't a big fan of the Hunter arts or Hunter styles, whatever. It got too goofy and too complicated. Monster Hunter doesn't need to be that complicated. Swing your sword around, you dodge. you trap them, rinse, and repeat. That's all it needs to be. And have some badass fights with some badass weapons, carve them up, make some badass armor and more badass weapons. That's all it needs to be. You don't need all this flashy stuff. I mean, I get it. World and Iceborne, they brought in the slingers and the clutch claw. And that was cool. I mean, I didn't really use the clutch claw a whole lot. I just kept, doing my thing. I let other people use the clutch claw if they wanted to, but I hunted, old school style. You just swing your sword. If you got a lance, you poke them in the face. If you got a gun, you shoot the fuck out of it. Rinse and repeat. You get it? You get it. I really wish Tyler was here for this because I know he's a huge Monster Hunter fan. He hasn't gotten Rise yet, but he said he does plan on getting Rise. So we can all play together on our Switches. I've beaten the village quest, so I'm gonna break this down a little bit as best I can while still trying to stay on track. Village quests are super nerfed. There was I think for the first 4 or 5, the first 4 stars, which is like the level of quests. Like you do like 1 star and you do like so many key quests and you get an urgent and move on to this 2 stars. And again, rinse and repeat. So I got to 5 star, and by that point, every fight I did, I maybe died once, maybe twice, total, up until 5 star. And then, once I hit 5 star, up until 5 star, every quest I did was sub 7 minutes. I just slaughtered everything I came across, and I've been mostly maining longsword, which is honestly the weapon that they give you right off the bat. And you have every single weapon, but you start with a longsword on your back. Not typically when you start the game, you start with sword and shield. I feel like World maybe I started with a great sword, but I don't know. Every game I've played, it's been sword and shield. You start with sword and shield. Start with a long sword, and they have switch skills. So on top, okay, man, I'm skipping ahead. So you have this new thing called Silk Bug or Wire Bug, and you use it to traverse these extremely vertical maps. They're very large maps as well. You also get this new thing called a Palamute. Yes, it's a dog. It's a dog that you can ride, and while you're riding it, you can drink potions and attack and jump, and you can use it to jump off. You can spring off of the dog onto the monster, and that causes like mounting damage. Which there are certain wire bug attacks while you're fighting, and if you successfully use them, that also causes mounting damage. And the mounting damage is different. Like mounting monsters, you are literally riding the monsters now. It is literally called wyvern riding. And you can use that to traverse the map, find another monster, and attack it. You literally make fights with these monsters. And I'm not gonna go into full detail with that system, but it's neat. It's really cool. Typically, the monster that is not the target, they are easier to mount or ride. So when you ride it, or you can within a couple hits, it's like, oh, you can ride it now. But the main monster you're targeted, you actually have to work towards riding that one. And when you do ride that, you have the option of either find another monster and attack it, which isn't super useful unless you're trying to gather a bunch of rewards, or knock it over so you can use it to fight the other monster, the main monster, the target monster. Or you can ride the monster into a wall and get 3 wall slams if you time it right, and that's just a decent amount of damage. It's whatever. And then so you just blast through the village. It's the health of the monsters. I feel like they attack pretty decently. Like the damage they do is pretty decent, especially for what you have armor wise, and weapon wise. The weapons are the numbers are not bloated like they have been in past games. So the damage you're doing is the damage you're doing. It pops up on the screen like, oh, 10, 5, 45, 10, 12. Yeah. And so the numbers aren't bloated, which is kind of nice. You get what you get. Yeah, like the damage you're receiving is, I think, pretty decent for how nerfed the health is. Like these guys, these fucking monsters are going down. They are going down fast. It wasn't until I hit 5 stars that I was like, damn, okay, these monsters are actually kind of challenging. Yeah. Then I beat the 5 star. I'm on to 6, and 6 is literally just it's the end of the line for the village. Like it's all optional quests, and it's just basically whatever monsters you didn't fight before. Oh, here they are with really nerfed health, probably. But again, once you hit 5 star, the monsters actually do get challenged, so that was nice. It actually, gave me some fun. But the hub quests, the that's where you can play with other people. You can also play solo, but this is where online comes in. And that's where the challenge really is, where their health is actually more probably where it should be, and the length of the quest is probably where it should be. So that's what I'm doing now. I think I'm about to either hit high rank for that, or I'm just moving on to, I think, 4 star. I'm on 3. I just finished 3 star. I have an urgent to do a rampage quest with an apex, which is rampage quests are fun. I'm not going to get into that. It's a whole different game mode where you're fighting a bunch of different monsters all at once. The health is really nerfed. You don't really kill them until the very end, where you got to fight whatever the main one is. It's just mindless fun in my opinion, but they are throwing them in there as urgents to actually make you do it a little bit, which is fine. I know one of the in-game bosses it's a rampage quest. I'm not really looking forward to it. I would rather just it. Rampage is basically tower defense. Tower defense with Monster Hunter combined. That's what it is. that's the basic, the most basic description I can give for Rampage quest. It's fun, but it's whatever. And so that's where I'm at. I'm hoping to hit high rank soon, so I can start getting a lot better weapons. Yeah. All in all, what I think, I mean, given I'm not even to the end game yet, I'm not even to this, I'm not even to the stuff that they put in the first update. So, and I'm going back to work here in a couple of days, so I don't even know if I'm gonna have time to get to the good stuff. But we'll see. I'm not super worried about it. I was very excited for this game, but when I played the demo, I was like, I don't know. But then I was holding on to hope, because I'm like, okay, this is just a demo. It's not the full game. We'll see what happens. These aren't even these are like pre-made characters with weapons and armor that you didn't pick. Whatever. I'll play the full game, and I'm sure I'll love it. Well, I played the full game, or the full version of the game, not the full. And it's okay. Not my favorite Monster Hunter experience. I would have been much happier if they would have just made another expansion for Monster Hunter World on the PS4. Now PS5. I would have been much happier if they would have just ported World to the PS5. I would have been much happier if they did kind of like Monster Hunter Frontier, which never even came to the United States, and did like seasons. This is season 5 of Monster Hunter World, and it's just like a massive update with a bunch of new shit. And yeah, but that's not what I got. I am somewhat disappointed in this game, and I hate I hate saying that. Hi, Dave Linder. I see you. He says, I love you. I love you too, buddy. Hopefully see you tomorrow. But yeah, Monster Hunter Rise. It's, in my opinion, not as good as World or Worldborn, World and Iceborne, the expansion. Yeah, it's kind of disappointing, to say the least. Monster Hunter World was a lot better. I thought it worked a lot better. I thought all the mechanics were a lot better. Um, I thought the monsters were better. I will give Rise this. Every weapon and armor design was completely unique, unlike World. Monster Hunter World and Iceborne had a bunch of like cookie cutter designs where you either got like a bone or iron variant of specific weapons, and they just slapped monster parts on that same exact weapon. And it went on even into the end game of World, where there were very few unique weapon designs. The armor was decent. Like they didn't really recycle any armor. Armor was all unique, but the weapons, man, that got rough. And it wasn't until like I don't know, like so you beat Monster Hunter World Iceborne, and then and then once they started releasing DLC and title updates, that's when they started listening. We're like, oh shit, we actually got to start. We got to up our game on the weapons that we're adding in here, and they all have to be unique. And they were. It was awesome, and it was exactly what we wanted. So it's like, why couldn't she just do that from the beginning? Yeah, it's just annoying. Come on, Capcom. Come on. Cheers, Dave. 6-month-old Natter Day. I don't even think he's still here. He probably just stopped by to say I love you and left. Oh, how long have I been? Oh wow, made it 20 minutes. I don't know what else to talk about. I've not a lot's been going on. I've been off work for 2 weeks. I could have been recording a lot of stuff. I haven't. I've mostly just been keeping up with the house, working out when I can. Like I said, I talked to a bankruptcy attorney. I think catching up. At first, I started rewatching Game of Thrones. I made it to season 2. I think I'm an episode into season 2, and then I was on Netflix, and I was like, you know what? I haven't watched in years. Shameless. I stopped at season 8. I can't. No, okay, so yeah, I watched season 8 and then I stopped, and so I literally no, I watched season 7 and I stopped at season 8. Okay, so I just finished season 8, and I got 2 more seasons left on Netflix, and I'm gonna start those up here soon, and that's what I've been doing. I've been watching that, staying up to date on my YouTube subscriptions, watching a lot of stuff about space. Uh, ooh, and I'm completely caught up on the Amazon Prime original Invincible, which Invincible is fantastic. It is created by Robert Kirkman, the creator of Walking Dead. It's a comic series adapted into an animated series, and it is fucking awesome. It is it's not your average superhero. It's a superhero show, but it's not your average one. It's kind of like The Boys, where it's a lot more realistic, but it's not like The Boys. It's more like your how do I say it's like your average superhero cartoon, but it's not your average superhero cartoon because that's what it is. It's it does not hold back on how brutal it is. There's harsh language, very harsh language. It's very gory, and but it really wraps you in. It really brings you in and keeps you there. They're like 40, 50-minute episodes. They're not bad. There's 8 episodes. That's the entire season 1, and they're renewed for 2 more seasons, which excites me. Um, yeah, if I could, it's weird because the way it looks, and when like there is gore and death on the screen, it looks just like Metalocalypse. Like whoever animated this, whoever illustrated this and animated it and all that, I am like so sure that is the same people that did Metalocalypse, because the gore and brutality is just like Metalocalypse, and that is so awesome. Metalocalypse is so great. It's one of my favorite shows. Yeah, so that's what I've been watching too. Um, Finished Falcon and Winter Soldier, which I am sure you heard Brandon and Nate talk about on episode 342 of Journey into Comics earlier this week. I'm a day late, so I'm gonna upload this as soon as I'm done recording. Yeah. I think that's gonna be it, though. I'm gonna go ahead and head off of here. Thank you, whoever's watching, for however amount of time you did watch, and thank you for listening. And again, I'm gonna try to keep this going and keep doing podcasts when I can. It might not be weekly, but it will be there. Still doing Rank 'em All. I think we got 2 more episodes of Rank 'em All between the Buried and Me. We're ready to start shipping those out, so that's exciting. I've really enjoyed listening to Between the Buried and Me and their entire catalog, and it's been a lot of fun. I'm getting a Between the Buried and Me tattoo now. That's how much I've enjoyed it. So check them out. Check Rank 'em All out at rankemall.rocks. You can also check out Rank 'em All on all the podcasting platforms like iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, and more. And you can also get this show if you haven't already. If you haven't already, please subscribe to Podcastrophe on iTunes, Spotify, all of them, and you can also get us on Podbean. If you like the show, share it. If you like it, review it. If you don't like it, review it. I don't care. Just let me know what you think. You know, enjoy. I hope you've enjoyed this episode and this talk about Monster Hunter Rise. And if that is all. Please make every day a big dick day. Bye, guys. All right. Now that we're done recording, I can end this stream that nobody participated in except for Dave. So thank you, Dave, and thanks for the one other like I got on YouTube. Yep, that's all, folks.